Okay, the next group has to do with this passing statistics. Actually, the last one too has to do with it. So what we have is a list of data. They don't ask us for the who's, not the names, but the rating points. And so the higher the rating, the better the passer is. These are the data. They're 10 data points. Okay, so it asks for the 3 quartiles. In this case, because they're numbers, we can actually come up with the answers. So the 10, so these are, let's call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're looking for the median first, which is the second quartile. Because there are 10 numbers, the median is going to be right there. So you take 10, divide by 2, you get the fifth and the sixth numbers. So the median, which is the same as the second quartile, is going to be the average of these two, which is going to be 100.2. So the reason I did that is you think it has to be between 100.5 and 99.9. So there's 0.6 difference between these two numbers. So if you take 0.6, divide that by 2, you get 0.3, and you add it. So I added 0.3 to 99.9, or you can subtract 0.3 from this, and you get 100%. So that is the second quartile. Now, here we have an odd number. So the median of the lower portion of these 5 numbers is just this number. So Q1 is equal to 104.4. Actually, that's Q3. And Q1 would be this number, which is 97.6. Okay. The next question, so that was problem 37. 38 asks for the third decile. Well, the third decile is the 30th percentile. We have 10 data points. Multiplied by the decimal equivalent of 30%, you get 3. So the 4th data point in the list from the bottom, the 4th data point is 1, 2, 3, 4 is 98.6. So the answer is B3, P30 is 98.6. Okay, 39 says the 65th percentile. So that's not D, you can go straight to P. So P65 equals something. So again, we take 10 times 0.65, the decimal equivalent, 65%, you get 6.5. You round that up, so the 7th data point, and I guess I have them numbered wrong, but we always start from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 103.2. Therefore, 103.2 is the 65th percentile. And 40 is asking this question about mid-range. So what is mid-range going to be? Well, that's something we didn't talk about in class, but I don't think we did. So actually, even before we do it, I'm guessing here. It actually tells you problem 23 talks about mid-range. So the formula. So if you think about range, that's the largest minus the smallest. That's the range. So mid-range would seem to indicate that it's the average of the smallest and largest, which actually, if you look on page 666, the devil, you take the average of the minimum maximum. So you would take 109.6 plus 93.2, those are the maximum and minimums, you divide that by 2, and that will give you the mid-range. Now, mid-quartiles are probably where you take the mean and or the median and go between the median and the smallest and the median and the largest. That's what I would guess. So what it says, what's it called, mid-quartile. Oh, actually, you take the first quartile and the third quartile and average those. Okay. So we got 101.4. The median was 100.2. And if the final question we're going to do is 43, it says construct a box plot. So we have, I think we have everything. We have the minimum, we have the maximum, and we have the 3 quartiles, so we're in good shape. So I'm going to actually take this, and I'm going to keep the data there so I don't have to keep bouncing back and forth. But remember, a box plot is you create this kind of like a Cartesian plot, but one axis is the number and the other one is just doesn't really get used. We saw today that they were using vertical box plots, so let's use that. So this is going to be passing rating points, and the highest was about 110, and the lowest was 93. So we'll make this 90 down here, and halfway between would be 100, and halfway between there would be 105, and there would be a 95. So that's my scale. I'm sticking to it. Okay, let's draw a light. If I was doing this with paper, I'd just draw a light line, but since I can erase this later, it doesn't have to be a light. And then I just plot all these points. So I got 109.6, so that's a point. Third quartile is 104.4, which is about right there. Q2, which is a median, is about right there. Q1 is 97.6. Well, 97.5 would be right in the middle, so that's probably about right there. And the low is 93.2, so kind of think about breaking it up into 5 parts. The third part would be just about right there. So those would be the points. Then what you're going to do is you're going to draw a box. And it's going to go from the third quartile to the first quartile. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of this little guide. And the last 2 things we do is we're going to put a horizontal mark here at the median, and we're going to then draw these whiskers. And there you go. So that's your box plot. This one's a little bit crooked there. Okay, so there you go. So all you need is the 5 things: the max, third quartile, median, first quartile, minimum.